A Central Maine man is dead in what wardens are calling the first and hopefully the last hunter-related shooting death of the season.
It happened in Wales late yesterday afternoon, as Brad Rogers reports in our top story tonight. At least one witness is raising some serious questions about the actions of both the shooter and the victim.
Investigators back on the scene today, trying to nail down exactly how one hunter ended up shooting and killing another. Late yesterday afternoon at about 4:15, the two hunters spotted a deer in this patch of woods in Wales. Both men grabbed their rifles and chased after it, even though at least 8 homes were right near here.
It's a no-brainer.
Mike Robitaille is the only witness who saw 41-year-old Christopher Austin get out of his truck and run toward the woods with his rifle. He yelled to try and stop him.
But with the traffic going, he didn't hear me. He was really focused. And he fired right after I yelled at him. And there's a house directly behind the pines here. He was shooting directly at the house.
The two men's actions resulted in Mr. Austin ultimately firing a shot and killing Mr. Parent.
At about the time Austin fired a shot from the bottom of the woods, the victim, 49-year-old Gerard Parent, fired one shot from the top of the woods. Lieutenant Scott told me both hunters fired at the deer from exact opposite directions, meaning the hunters were shooting right toward one another. That's when a bullet from Austin's gun shot and killed Gerard Parent.
I saw him kneel and fire again.
That second shot, the one investigators believe killed Gerard Parent. The two hunters were wearing orange clothing but didn't know each other and were not hunting together.
With the types of rifles that hunters typically use today, they have to make sure that they're shooting in a safe fashion.
Mike Robitaille thinks this was anything but safe.
I thought at most someone killed a deer, and I was frustrated. Come on, you're going to kill a deer, let alone someone getting killed. That was, I mean, it could have been one of my boys right here. Had that deer, you know, that was my thought.
Investigators don't believe this shooting was intentional, just avoidable. In Wales, Brad Rogers, News 13.
Under Maine law, hunters must have a clear shot of a deer's head and torso before firing and be very sure of their target.
Yeah, hunters also have to be at least 300 feet away from any home before they can pull the trigger. Well, the end of Hostess is all but official now as a bankruptcy judge gives the company preliminary approval to liquidate.
It comes after the struggling bread and snack maker failed to reach a deal with its striking bakers union, putting more than 18,000 jobs at risk, including hundreds in Biddeford. News 13's Marissa Bodner is live in Biddeford with tonight's new details. Marissa?
Well, this is the darkest we've seen the entrance to the Hostess plant here in Biddeford in nearly 2 weeks. You can see the picket line is pretty well picked up, a very dark corner here. Many I talked to a little while ago say this doesn't come as a huge surprise. They were expecting the mediation session yesterday in the 11th hour to fail, and as a result, Hostess was given the green light to liquidate today. Now, this, of course, comes after 2 weeks of a nationwide strike by the second largest bakers union, representing 30% of Hostess employees. They've been finding pay cuts and slashed pensions. Hostess says the strike was crippling, and now more than 18,000 will lose their jobs, about 370 here in Biddeford. And as they have for weeks, many continue to hope another company will take over. Still, there's concern about being out of work.
I am being the holidays and all. You know, I feel in my own home, but I'll just go out and look around and hopefully I'll get something fairly quickly.
At least now we know, and we can enjoy Thanksgiving with our families instead of being out on a picket line.
A little bittersweet, a mix of emotions. Many say there's relief, but now they're heading home with new worries. Although many say getting to sit down inside with their families for Thanksgiving tomorrow. Live in Biddeford, I'm Marissa Bodner for News 13. Back to you.
All right, it's good they can enjoy the holiday before we see what happens next, Marissa. Thanks so much. Well, crews are still on the scene in Scarborough cleaning up after a fire damaged a home there. The fire happened on Long Meadow Drive. That's near the Broad Turn Road area, with the call coming in just after 2:30 this afternoon. Now, we're told there was nobody in this home when the fire broke out. No injuries reported. Still unclear exactly what caused the fire. That's under investigation, and it's not clear exactly how much damage the home sustained.
An update tonight on the deadly plane crash in Owl's Head. According to a report filed by the NTSB, the man whose truck was struck by the plane during takeoff did radio his intentions before crossing the runway. The report says the driver, quote, announced his intentions on the common traffic advisory frequency using a radio in his vehicle. heard no response nor saw anything on the runway and proceeded across runway 31. The plane came to rest about 2,200 feet in the woods after hitting the vehicle. Investigators also say they found a piece of the plane on the runway. New at 6 tonight, people around the country are preparing for the annual holiday shopping onslaught, with many retailers preparing to get Black Friday started early, opening Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, but shoppers in Maine can digest their turkey a bit longer because, according to the state's blue laws, those stores cannot open on Thanksgiving Day. Our Catherine Underwood is live at the Maine Mall, where it's busy today, going to be busy on Friday, but Catherine, not tomorrow.
No, Kim and Greg, tomorrow it will be all quiet at most of the storefronts in Maine, but still the big box stores, they're advertising those early Black Friday doorbuster deals. And when I say early, I mean as early as 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Take a look at this ad from Sears. It's airing right here in the Portland area. Well, you can hear on these commercials that it's saying that the stores are opening at 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving night, but shoppers beware, this is not the case here in Maine. Now, by law, stores cannot open until midnight. That's because of these blue laws enacted by early settlers to ensure proper behavior on Sundays. Over the years, many of those laws that banned commerce and the sale of alcohol have been thrown out or ignored, but other statutes have been extended. This one specifically banning the retail shops from opening on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now, many shoppers we spoke with today were unaware of the law and were taking those national ads for face value, some of them even planning to hit the stores tomorrow night. But after we advised them to stay home, many were pleased to learn that here in Maine, the fourth Thursday of November is set aside for food, family, football, and that's about it.
Thanksgiving is really, it's one of the nation's beginnings, and I don't think that we should take away from that with the thrill of Black Friday shopping.
I think it's ridiculous. You ought to be able to have the holiday, enjoy yourself, and then worry about shopping after that.
I think most people think that it's a good idea. Maine's kind of traditional and, really into New England holidays, and Thanksgiving's a big family holiday. I think most people are very in favor of having the stores closed.
So if you absolutely can't stand your family tomorrow night for 1 minute more, there is one store in Maine that has been exempt from these blue laws. It's the LL Bean in Freeport. That's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it will be through tomorrow and even through Christmas. We're live in South Portland tonight. Catherine Underwood, News 13. Kim, back to you.
I'm glad to not have an excuse to move after that meal. All right, thanks, Catherine.
Oh, as we all know, Thanksgiving, typically the busiest travel week of the year here in the U.S. And for the fourth straight year, AAA expects that travel to increase. Taking a look at the Portland Jetport Flight Board, mostly clear sailing, as you can see, around Maine with scattered delays and cancellations, but mostly going on time. I want to show you a live look at the Maine Turnpike tonight as well. As we're looking live, you can see traffic flowing along pretty much in both directions. AAA says 43.6 million Americans are expected to travel over the next few days, and about 91% of those folks will be traveling by vehicle, hitting the turnpike and highways. That's up 0.7% from last year. Now, some families we caught up with today say they have some tricks for dealing with those long car rides.
The girls make sure they bring their electronic devices to keep themselves entertained, and I listen to the radio, and we're good. It gives us a chance to connect and talk, and listen to music, and just get a chance to connect and socialize a little bit. Yeah, you don't always get when you're busy working and in and out. Yeah.
All right, everybody, safe road. Safe travels tonight. There is a long road ahead for wounded soldier Helena Lake. Yesterday, we showed you her hero's welcome and the outpouring of support from her community.
Yeah, her family says they've received help from around the country, really. And several wounded soldier organizations like the Wounded Warrior Project and the Yellow Ribbon Program are helping out. We also want to tell you about another organization working for wounded veterans right here in Maine.
The Wounded Heroes Program of Maine helps veterans like Helena Lake. They've had a busy week. Volunteers delivered Thanksgiving meals to wounded veterans all day today. It's just one of many services they provide. The founder says they act as a safety net for vets as they transition back into civilian life.
We need them every day because we got up this morning and are living our lives the way we want to because of what they've done. And I think the least we can do is be there when they need us in return for that.
Over the past 5 years, the Wounded Heroes Program of Maine has helped more than 100 veterans.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Charlie DePresti. Welcome back, everyone. This terrific stretch of weather will extend through the holiday. Mostly sunny tomorrow, mild as well. Highs near 50 degrees, low 50s on Friday. A cold front brings a few rain showers Friday night into early Saturday. Chance for a snow shower inland. Shouldn't be a big deal. Colder air moves in over the weekend. Today's satellite radar composite shows those clouds slow to move out. They did move out, though. Skies cleared out rather nicely. I captured that in our time lapse from our Portland sky cam. There goes the sun setting a little after 4 o'clock this afternoon. Notice a few clouds dotting the sky. Partly cloudy conditions, but again, mainly clear skies right now. Skies will become partly cloudy again overnight. Some lower clouds and even some fog is possible later on tonight into early tomorrow morning. High pressure remains in control here in northern New England. There is a storm system offshore. There's a cold front locked up to our northwest. As long as you have that big bubble of high pressure in place, you're going to see lots of sunshine. That will be the case for Thanksgiving and again on Friday. So if your plans take you outdoors, maybe doing the turkey trot or something like that tomorrow, we're in good shape. If you're going shopping on Friday or maybe going skiing on Friday or anything like that, I think we're in great shape. Temps will be around 50 degrees. Let's walk you through the forecast starting about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. There may be some early morning clouds, low clouds and fog, but that will break to mostly sunny skies. Check out the temps. Normal highs are in the mid-40s. We should be about 5 degrees above that. I expect highs around 50 for your Thanksgiving. A nice looking Thanksgiving. If you're traveling tonight, tomorrow, or Friday, we're in pretty good shape. Friday afternoon now, 1:30, another mild day, lower 50s for highs, mostly sunny conditions. Here comes the cold front I was telling you about. It will bring with it the chance for a rain shower. This is late Friday night and early Saturday morning. That's 3 a.m. Saturday. Chance for an inland snow shower. The wind picks up out of the northwest on Saturday. You'll feel that wind gusting over 20 miles per hour, and highs will struggle to get out of the 40s. Highs will struggle to get out of the 30s on Sunday. Now to the details of your forecast. 30s for lows tonight. That's at the coastline. Widespread 20s for inland communities. Winds will be out of the northeast and they will be light. Look for temps to make it to around 50 degrees tomorrow. There's the Thanksgiving turkeys hanging out over at Fort Williams, over by Portland Headlight there. Look at his head pop up right in there. That's my favorite part. 51 degrees for a high temperature. All right, developing sun tomorrow and Friday. Chance for a rain shower Friday night. We clear it out on Saturday and Sundays. The weekend actually looks pretty good, but it will be windy and it will turn quite a bit cooler. Wind chills will likely be in the low 30s by Sunday afternoon. I'm watching the chance for a storm Tuesday night into Wednesday. It's still too early to say whether it will bring rain or snow. So stay tuned to that portion of the forecast.
Yeah, I don't think we blame a turkey for looking for a place to hide this time of year.
You can't. That's my favorite graphic we have in the weather computer.
I can't get enough of it either. Yeah. He does look a little desperate.
He does. A little desperate.
Thank you, Charlie.